What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm gonna be working on my 89 FC-RX7. And today, what we're gonna be doing is throwing in my diff. My great friend here, who is facing this warm fire, has taken apart and welded up for me because the factory Turbo 2 LSD decided not to do any more LSD things. Also, I got me a beautiful FDF Mega Mantis V2 angle kit. I'm gonna be replacing my Villains angle kit with because it's just not doing it for me. So we're upgrading, taking off all of this, and gonna be posting it up for sale. If anybody's got FC and wants to buy any FC parts from me, hit me up on my Instagram. That will most likely be in the description. A little background on this car. I got this car from Mark for pretty much absolute steal. Sitting in his yard, did some work for it, you know, did some talking, and got myself an 89 RX7.
It did not look like this at all when I gave it to you.
It's not a rotary. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is a 5.3. Why didn't you keep the rotary? Didn't have one, and we're not rich.
It was empty. It was completely bone empty.
No trans, no motor, just a diff. And
did it have a diff in it?
Yeah, it had the stock NA diff, and the research that I did with the LS is that they pretty much just snap anytime dirt drop or
Like made of glass.
yeah, and even NA cars with any type of boost, like anything over stock, are pretty much blowing them.
It's a turbo diff now, right?
Yes, that is a Turbo 2, which is bulkier, a little bit stronger, can stand a little bit more torque and abuse.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, they don't make a open. Well, I think they do, but I think everything in the carrier is a little different depending on the car. So it's not just buy open diff and then weld it, plate it. So welding the LSD was pretty much the most simplest option.
They were saying you could do something with shims on them, but I tried to look it up and it did not look like it was an easy process to do.
Well, whatever you did, you have confidence in it, and that's all the confidence I need.
He took the diff to his house because his welder's better than mine. So
Yes.
it's better than it would have been. But as long as it holds, that's all that matters. So what's
So if anything does go wrong or this diff grenades, it's all on him. But I don't think we're gonna have that problem. But with this,
what did you do here? Is this what was on the car?
so with the Villains kit, it's a pretty like standard bolt-on kit. It reuses S4 factory arms, which mine came with S5, so I had to locate some S4 arms and then take the S5s off because the S4s allow you to put this ball joint extender. The S5s are all one piece, so you would have to be creative, and it's not really.
So this is a stock ball joint.
Stock ball joint, stock arm, extender, cut knuckles. So Villains will cut your knuckles for you for a nice little fee, but you'll most likely have to send them your knuckles. They don't really have a lot of knuckles just laying around. That's the only unfortunate part about it. Reuses, this isn't a factory RX7 inner or outer. I can't remember what it's from, but
It's that part number. So if you want to,
Yeah.
if you really want to know, just look that part number up right there.
and I would suggest getting
That.
extras too, because just a couple events I blew out. Well, it did get in an accident, but it blew out the inner and the outer of this here, and this right here was all jacked up. And you can see it's already, that's pretty tore up right there.
They're ball joints, the rubber boots. I mean, especially with the abuse that these cars go through, they go back and forth more
Yeah.
than most cars see.
Yeah,
Does FDF switch to their Heim or something?
like everything is Heim, so bump steer, takes out all the wear and tear on this ball joint. Pretty much everything. It takes the aggressive abuse out of what this takes, and that kit takes more of a beating and it allows more clearance. You can see right here, I'm rubbing a lot here on this control arm. I had to knock these in because I was rubbing here. The FDF, it moves the track out a lot more for more angle clearance.
Most
Yeah,
people run 17s on RX7s, right?
yeah,
And you're running 18s.
yeah.
Hot boys.
But
They do
my
look
defense, there's a guy on Instagram that I follow, can't remember his name, but I talked to him and he runs 18s with the same car, same kit. So when I talked to him, I said, so 18s will work? And he said, yes. So I said, dope. Because I don't want to do the 17s up front. It just looks weird to me.
I hate it when
Maybe
people stack up
17, maybe with a 17 rear, 18 front, that looks okay to me, but Even pro guys will run 17s up front, like I noticed. But like, I'm just not a fan of the look. I'm not. I want to keep 18s. The kit will work with 18s. So I've heard. The dude does comp with it, did Appalachia with it. So I know the kit will work with it.
I'm all about getting wheels for the car and making the car work around the wheels.
When it comes to style and appearance, like some things you're just going to have to fight the car. Exactly.
I sacrifice freaking turning radius on my truck. It looks sick.
It sounds gnarly when you're turning, but
When I hit.
what we're about to do, rip all this off, take this coilover down because I'm going to have to take the top hat off, and the FDF has adjustable camber or caster and stuff. So that top hat comes off, put the FDF one on, reset all this, take off everything. The only thing that's going to come back on is this coilover, rotor, and this caliper. Everything else,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. So we're going to start ripping some stuff off.
What we should do is take it all off, and then we'll compare it. We'll put it next to the FDF and give it a comparison.
This one side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what I mean? You gotta take it off anyways.
I would just strip all this off, take the tire rods off, take the road.
Yeah.
Only thing that's going to suck is we're going to have to lower it back down to get to the top hats for this.
That's just switch.
Yeah.
Tire rods off, take these off, drop the coil, take the caliper off, and then the entire thing.
Yeah. Yes.
So much easier than
Yeah, so we're about to start knocking some stuff out. So, yeah.
And then you had gears over here, so I tried to get down into those gears, but
So there's no plates. You basically just welded the gears
you can't
together.
plate- you
There's
can't-
no way to plate
there's
it.
no way to plate LSDs. That's why I hate LSDs, but I
That's-
just cranked the welder all the way up.
That's very interesting. That's a good ass bead, though. I'll tell you that.
Right, it's thick too. Like
Huh?
Looks way better than probably what he would have been able to do with my welder.
You
I mean, that welder
definitely,
was max. I had my welder maxed out.
definitely did your thing.
Yeah, that was older than us.
That
Solidly
fluid,
together.
I let the diff like burn for like 15 minutes.
that fluid could look a little cleaner.
Dang, Sean, you didn't even clean the cover? That's crazy, dude.
Only $250 cleaning
Wow.
fee.
That's wild.
Promise, when people pay me to do diffs, I do a lot more work.
It's not going to be much to clean this surface and shit off.
Nah, we'll just zip that real quick. We'll be good.
Actually, the surface, I probably didn't. I don't know if I put enough RTV last time.
You had plenty of fucking RTV on that thing.
Was it a pain to split?
You had plenty of RTV on that thing.
Did I? Yeah. Well, had no leaks, you know, so whatever. But gonna start putting some RTV on it, giving it some time to tack up so that, you know, when you compress it and squeeze it together, it's a nice seal. It's not squishy, runny RTV. So that's what we're working on now. Gonna start busting out this angle kit.
So what I'm thinking is we just get like 4 to 6 big fans, face them down, and make a FC hovercraft. No?
Yep. Full GTA build. I like it. Crusty.
It's all right. A little bit dirty, never hurt nobody.
It helps with handling. Weight distribution.
And your immune system.
So, now that we got everything off, we gotta give a rundown on this Villains kit. This is everything that comes with the Villains kit. She's a little abused. Only thing that I would say to replace on here, if somebody were to get these off me, is maybe the outer tie rods, because this one over here is a little beat up. But out with the old, in with the new. All this adjustability, all these Heim joints. This shit good.
It's real nice.
This shit nice. I really like, in my mind, I wanted to pay for the custom
Hello?
fiber
Hello?
FDF. See the Villains old. It gets the job done. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's definitely a yes, but a different formation. So this is driver's side. This will go.
How it worked, okay?
No. I got you. I got you. In case. So that's how it will kind of mock up, and then
So it's
No.
actually really similar to
actually it's backwards.
The
Hand me the other
Mustang
one.
one.
Hand me the other one. And that puts your adjustability for on-car adjustability on the outside where the tire will go. So if you want to,
Oh, this goes.
driver, that's driver side.
Yeah.
That goes into the front. This mounts to the back. You got your caster adjustability here. So I have caster for your top hat. That's what I was saying. This allows you to clock it a certain way. It gives an angle of like your coilover. Helps with tire contact, that angle. What do you mean?
Oh, it just stays. It just slides in. So you just we need to bolt
Yeah.
this to the car first. Then
Yes.
this
See.
will bolt to the car. This will go to the car.
Yeah.
We can pop the lowers on now.
Yeah, the lowers not going first because that everything's got to mount onto it. And then knuckle, you kind of like bolt everything that's on it to it. And then we would need the coilover in first, I think would be better. So once the coilover is there, you get the knuckle on, you can put it up to the coilover and bolt it so it's not hanging with the weight of the knuckle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of time has passed, but we have gotten a lot of things done. Angle kit is pretty much completely installed, a little bit of adjusting.
No, it's completely installed. It just now.
Just alignment, stuff back here, but everything is bolted on, torqued down 100%. Said small things to kind of mess with, but just alignment and resetting my camber. We got to drop these down, the wheel on. It sticks really far out. You want to throw that wheel on real quick?
Yeah, let me just tighten this coil over real quick.
It's all coming together very quickly.
It's actually a very easy kit.
It makes it a lot easier when you have two friends to give you a hand. With that being almost done, this is soon to go up into the car. Everything just dangling. Look at that hole, boy. If anybody has ever tried to take a diff out of a FC, you understand. There's no explanation is needed. You definitely understand the struggle.
You see, no spacer.
No spacer whatsoever.
No spacer needed.
This is all off of the kit. Now, is it 100% straight? Hold on, let me,
Nah, it ain't. For sure it's not.
I'm gonna turn it just slightly so it's kind of straight. Give you
What,
more.
on that side?
Oh, that's so bad. Tell me when you're kind of straight.
I can just straighten it over here and let you know when I'm straight. I'm straight.
I'm straight. Granted, when the car is down, it will camber slightly, but with where we're at, it's still a lot.
It needs to be like that.
Yeah. We're looking for something kind of like this. A little bit better fitment. I'm gonna have a real staggered front
You
end.
can just not put two lug nuts on it. Just run one lug and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I have a couple people who like doing that at the tracks, so.
My studs were breaking, okay?
I didn't say any names, but the shoe fits. Go ahead, wear that motherfucker. Shoe fits, wear that motherfucker.
Fits, wear it, dude. It fucking fit alright.
We're all never forget the time of vibes. I thought something was broken in the back. I forgot to tighten my wheels.
I don't know what's worse, you losing wheels or you grenading your wheel, throwing it at the wall.
I think it's worse when you forget to tighten your lug nuts because I've done that a lot of times.
Those are one of those lessons you just never learn.
No, I learned now.
Nah, you learn it.
I learned now.
Oh, your wheel fell off at VMP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's felt all the way off. I haven't had one for all the way.
His rolled too a good distance, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. I remember where it was.
That's,
It happened
that's
twice.
German
it happened in
German
MIR.
torque specs, Guten tight.
It happened at the first MIR event. Off there, and I
it?
used MIR's tow truck because the tow truck driver didn't know what he was doing. I was like, dude, I do this for a living. Get out of my way. And I hooked my car up, had it hanging off the back, put it on the trailer with the flatbed. And he's like, how do you do that? I was like, I kind of do this.
See, that's not hateful. I mean, this fender definitely isn't a good thing to go off of. Huh?
Not a good judgment point.
No. See, this is some JP fiberglass fenders. Anybody who's ever gotten some JP fiberglass, it'll do the job, but for the time you have to wait for them to get to you and for how sturdy they are, I wouldn't say they're worth the $400. But they're the only 40 mil fenders that you can get for an FC. As far as I know, I've had buddies look, I've looked everywhere, and they pretty much just don't exist. I'm sticking to the struggle. A guy in North Carolina who's got some freshies, so I'm gonna grab those from him to replace both of them. But we're gonna keep these on the side just in case something crazy happens and we can do a quick swap.
I really think we should just test our fiberglass limits and see. I want some
Well-
concrete wheels because this is light, dude.
When I took them off the last time,
Hey, and they're very durable. I decided they got struck by that BMW. It was
stage wheels are strong as fuck.
it was pretty bad. Caved that in a little bit. Messed my door up. But that's a life lesson. Don't drift or tandem with strangers.
These different offsets?
Shouldn't be. I got them both at the same time.
Okay, no.
I'm pretty sure they're 18 by 8.5 plus 15s. I could be lying. I don't know where.
We're still gonna assemble the rack before we line.
Yeah. I don't know, but they're definitely the same.
You just don't got a lot of studs sticking out of the wheel.
Yeah, we already spoke on the fact that I need some extended
Extended
lugs.
studs.
Or extended studs, yes. We'll deal with that later. Sean told me they're very easy to change on cars, so that's... Listen, he told me you can change them on the car, so I was like, all right, we'll buy them at a later time. But I was looking at them, and they definitely, like, with the hub off, and of course, there is clearance on one of the sides that it can pass right through. Yeah, you just keep spinning it all to that side, but it definitely has clearance because I was messing with it after I put it on. But yeah, this fender, not the greatest to eyeball it. This don't look that much different, even though it is mounted better, but
And a complete.
we are going to still camber it a little bit further, a little bit more negative camber for a little bit better fitment.
You need longer studs.
Sucks. Don't you just hate not having enough?
Yeah, Mr. 12 inches.
Hey! That was out of context. I was talking about a selfie stick. A 12-inch selfie stick didn't seem that big to me. He goes, 12 inches ain't that big.
No. Yeah, because you were like, 12 inches ain't that big. And I was like, must be nice.
I'm talking as like, literally what this is was what I had, but it's more like a stick, and then it like opens up and it looks like this.
Yeah, and when I open mine up, it looks like that.
See, I don't have the cool clamps, and mine was a little bit more encased
So
stuff.
yeah, this is normal, and I'm like, yeah, this is normal. Yeah.
It's cold out.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, kit's fully on. A little bit of adjusting to do. Add some camber or take out some camber, whatever. More negative camber. Got some good angle there, boy. It's looking like a lot more clearance. Like before, we were rubbing up in here. Yeah, but with the track width being pushed out further, that does help with not rubbing stuff like the control arm and the frame and stuff like that.
Yes,
Si, senor.
you are correct, sir.
Now, my thing is, with the little tool that I got, will that still work with this basically being a spacer in itself?
Do it like before we had 3D printers.
Yeah. I think that just makes it worse, especially for a person like me who like overanalyzes and makes things even 10 times more complicated than it needs to be. Somebody made a tool for an FC. Well, they make them for a lot of cars, but I bought the one for my car, and literally it's somewhere over here. I don't know where it is, but you slide it on here, you compress the rack, and it squeezes the little 3D printed tool to squish in between here and here. And that basically is to tell you your rack is dead center, left to right. But of course, we have this high-tech angle kit and all this other stuff. So we're just going to go back to old style alignments and probably just measure and eyeball it and do it like that. It's still going to go to a tire shop and get a professional alignment. But for right now, for moving around and stuff like that, we do an eyeball alignment and something, because Sean's got the quick trick alignment tool. Throw that on there, get something decent so it moves around somewhat well and it's not dragging tires around, and eventually take it to get a professional alignment.
It's a little too.
Prized possession. You said it's what?
It's still out.
I mean, but we still got to put toe plates on it. Eventually, I do want to lower the rear a little bit too.
Dump it on the ground, baby.
Just enough for 18s, the way this sits, to kind of be more within the well.
Wrong fender to be looking at right now.
We need to get,
Ramps.
Yeah, the ramps.
With that camera's actually nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's way better than it was.
Hell yeah! It was sticking out like this far.
Yeah.
Literally half the wheel was sticking out.
You can show here what it was.
Yeah, so if you look here, like we maxed out the camber on the top hats. These bolts here were actually all the way here, and then these front ones were like up in there. We couldn't even adjust them.
The camera was about the same when we had it though, because we extended the lower too.
Right.
So we ended up moving
We
the
brought the
lower in.
everything in, so the camera was actually kind of the same. Might have added a little bit more, a little smidge. Let's see what changes here. What are you doing?
I don't want to just start walking.
I ain't gonna go far. It's up there. Definitely need to lower it some. Sounds sick. He's softening it all the way.
Yeah, we're gonna let it squat a little bit. Just soften it up a little bit to let it bounce around.
I like it. Yeah, my gloves. Race car. Yeah. Can you go back up for a second? Keep going.
We need to throw this in just a little bit, I think.
Hold up. All right.
Go down.
Yeah. There you go. Oh wait, did you want to just put it in reverse up in the air? And just let it roll backwards?
I can.
Yeah, just do that. Just roll. Just go ahead and lift it back all the way up. That's good.
Up, down.
You think your battery's dead? No? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Mr. 12 inches. Oh, if I got that 12-inch battery in there.
Definitely gonna be dead with that comment.
I hope it is. That motherfucker go tat 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 tat. Yeah, fuck you. Hey, that red top, baby. Are you in reverse? Haha, e-brake was on. Maybe he did weld that motherfucker. Try to put it in first. It goes forward. There it goes. So it's just finicky to get it in reverse, but it goes.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
when you start putting the shifter is for a BMW, the trans is BMW, it's adjustable, and I put it at the most notchiest.
Yeah, maybe you should take a little bit of notch out of it.
So it could be, you know what I'm saying, just the way it's lined up.
Nah, don't
but-
point that out, dude.
I turn the camera away.
All in all, the goal was for this thing to go into reverse, and while we were at it, just do an angle kit and weld the diff.
It clicked in reverse.
Clicked in the reverse,
Third try.
so we can roll out. The next biggest test is how the diff holds up at
It's fine.
Next weekend.
lock.
That's fine.
But
It's fine.
mission complete, all in all.
It didn't make any crazy
So I'm happy because I was at like 50%. At one point, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna go into reverse.
50% of happiness?
Of confidence.
Oh, okay. I was
I
going to
was
say,
like-
what?
Maybe good, maybe shit.
Cool.
Mission complete. Got a welded LSD. Reverse is back in action. And we have a big boy angle kit,
Yes,
which
you do.
will never have to go up from here. Like, this is all said and done. You'll have,
All up from here.
like, this is a kit some pros run. Not that I'm trying to be pro, but it's basically the kit anyone who has sense of driving can get in and have some type of comfortability in a car with FDF. Might be a little different.
It's the
but
kit that you can push your limits with.
for sure. And like anybody who's ever had FDF, Todd, you're driving you get the drive instead
sure.
of having to learn a car.
Todd is the first example.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's fucked.
I have no words.
Way to go, dude. Yeah, you're basically a cage and...
Floorboard rebuild before it came.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, you got to add some floorboard back here anyways, dude. Jesus Christ.
But old girl's back in action, and I think she's ready to party hardy.
I think so, too.
I'm ready to run some consistent tandems with the boys. I'm tired
I
of
think it's going to feel a lot better.
going to the track and watching everybody drive and me working on my car.
I agree.
This is the thing I've been doing since 2020-ish when I used to have a vert. Me and him shared a 240 vert, and it was cool, but a lot of track work, a lot of fuel tank was pissing fuel.
First time I met you, I helped you work on that car.
Breaking ball, yeah. And I didn't even know who you were. I
No.
was just like, thanks for the help, because everybody's out drifting. I'm not one to like beg for help, but
Yeah.
I'll make it work as much as I can, you know, and I'm fully appreciative of any type
I was
of
like,
help
you're
I
friends
get.
with Sean and Walzer? I'll help you, I guess.
And we did what we had to do, but the way the car was set up,
It was piss and gas, and we had to cut a lot of tie rods and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was bending tie rods and all sorts of stuff.
breaking tie rods.
That every time you hit a bump, it would bend the tie rod. I don't know why.
I was running 245 iron bands on the rear hopping.
120 horsepower.
Right.
It was cool.
Hey, that thing was fun though. Remember when you and I threw that thing together in 2 hours? Not even. We were just like, let's throw some bolts in it and go ride.
For what it was, for a cheap little, cheap. It was cheap to acquire, but it was definitely a lot of work and a little bit of money to get it.
Plus and building those frame rails.
Like we did as good as we could. He did a lot of welding, frame repair.
Which almost every
There was
240
a hole
owner.
under the seat to where I'm surprised the dude who owned it before didn't fall out of the car.
Oh, that being said, this car-wise, chassis-wise, even though this one's rough, is still better than the 240.
10 times better. Like,
Can be better than the 240 was.
the rust out is here is not
Minuscule.
great, but compared to what you see on some cars that are out on the track and still sliding, and it's not as bad. But it's definitely, when we go to cage it, it's definitely going to need to be
We'll
assessed.
repair some stuff, for sure.
As far as drifting and driving, it's nothing that's going to stop the car from, it's not like it's a frame rail or strut towers or something that might blow out with a bunch of tension and compression and shit on it. So
Absolutely. But so next video, maybe you'll be showing this thing drifting on the FDF and the welded diff.
most likely, hopefully, we're set up and ready to go. So as long as everything's good financially and, stuff like that, we'll be driving on the 25th. And yeah, so that's pretty much it with today's video. Everything we needed to get done, loaded diff, angle kit, all that stuff goes into reverse. We're
Good.
3 for 3 on everything.
About is that this bitch goes reverse. We pulled
So-
the whole engine out.
Yeah.
Put the engine back in.
That's going to wrap it up with today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.